Hi, my name is Kunal and welcome to my YouTube channel Conversation Corner. Today we'll talk about something that matters a lot and I want you to pay attention. If you have a kid, even more so, or if you're a student, this is a very important video for you. And the reason this video is important is it is going to be a bit uncomfortable. And the thesis of this video is that education or schooling can't prepare you for real life. Now, at the surface, this seems to be quite disturbing because the whole point of getting an education is finally to be able to have a job or be able to start a business, basically to sustain a livelihood, as per our conventional understanding of what education is. Now, the reason I believe that education is not preparing students for the real world and cannot do that, at least within the system we have right now, is they are trying to teach people to swim on sand. What do I mean by this? Basically, a lot of theory is being imparted without practical knowledge. I remember when I was in standard 10, we had this subject called commerce, which talked about a lot of economic concepts, but never ever in all my time in school was anyone encouraged to start a business and to get feedback on how that business went. Now, if they would have done something like that, what they would have learned from that would be 10 times more valuable than what they learned from a textbook. However, with the system we have as of now, we are essentially we are essentially putting adolescents and teenagers in what I call glorified daycare centers. And that may seem really offensive to a lot of people, but that's the reality of it. The current education system in India, at least, is not imparting practical skills, and that's the reason a lot of people, even when they graduate, they go from school to college, and from college they try and look for a job but are unable to find one. The reason this happens is that education didn't prepare them for anything that's going to happen in real life. What needs to happen in order for this to change is students need to have some connection with the real world. I remember when I was in standard 10, we had a chemistry teacher who told us that we were completely insulated from the real world and had no clue of what the real world was like outside, the world where you work to earn a living. And looking back, I would say she's quite right because there are a lot of things in life that can be understood only through experience and not through theory. I remember this movie Matrix had a very famous saying, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. So a lot of that which has been taught in school is just pure theory, and that's the reason no matter what our intentions are to teach children, they don't really learn it unless and until they have encountered these situations in real life again and again, and then they've learned from their mistakes. So even though you want to prepare someone beforehand for all the disasters that might strike, it doesn't turn out to be like that in real life. There are quite a few adjustments you have to make, and very often you get the exam before you have access to the syllabus in real life, and in school it's reverse. You get the syllabus first and the exam later, right? So that was my short rant on why I believe no matter how much we try and educate the youth, unless they come into the workforce, their education really hasn't started. So if we can have people who are in schools and colleges be part of the workforce, they can join their theory and their practice and get a better worldview, get a better grip on how things work, and that's how I see things progressing for the future. Let me know your opinions in the comment section, and I'd be happy to read them.